Hey, student, how are you? Welcome to our session on quadratics in factored form. We're going to do two examples. Number one, here is our quadratic in factored form. We're going to start by finding the x-intercepts. To find the x-intercept, you substitute 0 in for y. Substitute 0 in for y. To solve, we'll use our zero product property. We'll set each factor equal to 0. Set each factor equal to 0. 0 equals x minus 1, and 0 equals x plus 3. And then we'll solve these two equations, adding 1. And we get x is equal to 1, our first x-intercept. And then to solve the second equation, we will subtract 3. And we get x equals negative 3. Let's graph those x-intercepts. Positive 1 on the x-axis, and negative 1, 2, 3. Our vertex. Our vertex is halfway between the x-intercepts. To find halfway, we will add the x-intercepts together and divide by 2. This will give us the x-coordinate of our vertex, the axis of symmetry. Negative 2 divided by 2, we get negative 1. We'll substitute negative 1 back into the equation to find our y value. Substitute negative 1 in for x to find the y value. And we get negative 4 for the y value of our vertex. Negative 1, negative 4. And we know the axis of symmetry cuts the graph in half at negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is our vertex. And we can connect these points, and we get a rough sketch of our parabola. You could also find the y-intercept. The y-intercept is when x is 0. So we'll substitute 0 in for x and find the y. And we get negative 3 for the y-intercept. My graph is okay. There we go. There's the y-intercept. Next, we'll do one last example. Number 2, our last example. Here is our quadratic in factored form. And to find the x-intercepts, we'll substitute 0 in for y. We'll set each factor equal to 0. Set each factor equal to 0. We get 2 times x is equal to 0, and x minus 4 is equal to 0. To solve the first equation, we divide by 2, and we get x is 0 for our first x-intercept. And then the second equation, we will add 4, and we get positive 4. And we'll graph the x-intercepts, 0 and 4. And the vertex, the x-coordinate axis of symmetry, is halfway between the x-intercepts. So we'll add the x-intercepts, divide by 2. And we get 2 for the x coordinate of our vertex, also the axis of symmetry. And we'll substitute x equals 2 back in to find y. Substituting 2 in for x to find y. And let's see, we get -8. Our vertex is 2, -8. And we'll graph that. There we go. And we can connect those points. The y-intercept is also the x-intercept, 0, 0. Y-intercept, 0, 0. And that concludes quadratics in factored form. Thanks so much for joining our session, and I'll see you next time.